In this video, I'll share some new colors of Qor Watercolors by Golden. Golden sent me samples of their new watercolors to try, and in this video, I will swatch them and show you some sample paintings I made with them. I will also tell you about my experience using the new colors the Qor is offering. I will share a full review of these watercolors in 6 months or 1 year using Qor watercolors. For now, it's just swatching and first impression. First, I find Qor watercolors very vibrant, even though I took photos of the swatches and my paintings without using filters like what you see now. When I received the package, it came with a catalog of the Qor watercolors. It has a legend to know if the colors are opaque, transparent, staining, or granulating, including the series of watercolors, but I think it will be better if the catalog includes also the pigment codes they use in making those colors. You will need to go to their website to see the pigment codes and light-fast ratings of each color. You may see the link to the Qor Watercolors website in the description below. They sent me a small sample plot card of the 6 colors they have and 3 full-size tubes of Interference Green Blue Shift, Perylene Crimson, and Naples Yellow Deep. The dot card has Diarylide Yellow, Pyrrole Red Medium, Quinacridone Violet, Ultramarine Blue, Chromium Oxide Green, and Transparent Red Oxide. Before we go to the swatching, Qor Artist Watercolors are made with Aquazol binder and not gum arabic like most of the rest of the watercolor brands in the market. They have different watercolor sets in tubes and half pans that suit your art style. I have the high chroma set and I find the colors wonderful and useful in my paintings. If you want to see my swatching video of the Qor High Chroma Watercolor set, you can tap the card at the upper right of your screen or see the link in the description box below. Qor Artist Watercolors have 2 sizes in tubes. They have 5 ml tubes, which is the same as the other brands, and for the bigger tube, they have 11 ml, which I find smaller than the other brands because Daniel Smith and Shinhan PWC offer 15 ml tubes, and Winsor & Newton Professional has 14 ml tubes. I pre-wet the paints before swatching, and in seconds, the colors were activated. Now it's time for the swatches, and this is Diarylide Yellow. The pigment code is PY83. The light fast rating is 1, which means excellent. It's semi-opaque and non-staining, non-granulating. This is Pyrrole Red Medium. The pigment code is PR254. The light fast rating is 1. It's semi-opaque, staining, and non-granulating. This is Quinacridone Violet. The pigment code is PV19. The light fast rating is ASTM1, which means excellent. It's transparent, staining, and non-granulating. This is Ultramarine Blue. The pigment code is PP29. The light fast rating is ASTM1. It's semi-transparent, semi-staining, and granulating. Next is Chromium Oxide Green. The pigment code is PG17. The light fast rating is ASTM1. It's opaque, non-staining, and granulating. Next, I have Transparent Red Oxide. The pigment code is PR101. The light fast rating is ASTM1. It's transparent, staining, and granulating. Now let's go to the new colors. Here is Perylene Crimson. The pigment code is PR179. The light fast rating is ASTM1. It's semi-transparent, staining, and non-granulating. Next, I have Naples Yellow Deep. The pigment code is PBR24. The light fast rating is ASTM1. It's semi-opaque, semi-staining, and non-granulating. Lastly, I have an interference green blue shift. It doesn't have a pigment code. There's no light fast rating yet. It's semi-transparent and no information yet on whether this paint is staining or not, and if it's granulating or not. If you find this video helpful, kindly tap the like button. If you want to see videos like this, subscribe and make sure you have the bell notification on so you'll be notified if I upload a new video. Here are the sample paintings I made using the new colors. I didn't use Qor on the leaves. They are a mix of different colors and brands, but I used the interference green blue shift on these leaves and they look great. I mixed Naples Yellow Deep with Transparent Pyrrole Orange for this peach peony. The Transparent Pyrrole Orange that I have is from Qor's High Chroma set. I find the color combination very pleasant to the eyes. I used mostly the new color Perylene Crimson in this ranunculus. Honestly, when I first swatched this color, it looked like an old rose color or brownish pink. Oh well, it's surprisingly beautiful. In painting this ranunculus, I started with a very light wash or tea consistency, and I finished it with the darkest shade of the Perylene Crimson in butter consistency. I used a tea consistency of Naples Yellow Deep on the first layer of the center, and I used Transparent Red Oxide to paint those tiny lines. I mix Transparent Red Oxide, Ultramarine Blue from the dot card. I also added Dioxazine Purple from the High Chroma set to mix black. Moving on to the other colors Qor already has. Here I use Ultramarine Blue and Diarylide Yellow as my underpainting colors on the stem and leaf. Then I use Quinacridone Violet on the tulips and Chromium Oxide Green on the stem and leaf. The Quinacridone Violet is very vibrant, but it looks like the violet became lighter when I scanned it. I use Quinacridone Violet as my underpainting color for the flower. Then I use Ultramarine Blue and Diarylide Yellow as my underpainting colors for the stem and leaf. Diarylide Yellow is amazing mid-yellow. It's not too warm and not a cool tone. If you want to see a watercolor tutorial on this daffodil, you can check the link in the description box below. As for my experience using these colors, when I transferred the tube paints onto pans, they didn't explode even if I shook the tube paint, so it's not a messy work, which is great. They are quick to dry when transferred to pans. I share the 3 colors from the tubes with my friend. When I pour them into a pan at night, the next morning they are all dried, so I sent the paints to my friend the next morning. The paints are quick to activate with a drop of water. They are very pigmented even if I didn't use color correction or filters in this video. The colors from the tubes have a very creamy texture, which is great and indicates that the colors are of high quality. A little amount goes a long way. I still have some Chromium Oxide Green and Quinacridone Violet from the dot card, and I still have some. Also, the Chromium Oxide Green was surprisingly beautiful when I painted the stems and the leaves of the tulips and daffodils. Honestly, I'm not a fan of greens. Even if I use sap green from another brand, I still add some colors to it. Also, the paints used are single pigment, which is great because it means the paints have the richness of colors. They are not mixed with other pigments. As an artist, I would be proud to sell my work using Qor watercolors because I want to give my clients the best colors and beautiful paintings they can hang on the wall. What do you think about these Qor new watercolors by Golden? If you want to try these new colors or Qor watercolors, I added a link where you can buy them in the description box below. I hope you find this video helpful, and I suggest watching this video next to see the other colors from Qor.